Immigration raids are now affecting Las Cruces.
The land of enchantment could be well on its way to having an official state burger.
And the Pan Am box office doesn't want you to be fooled by fake Garth Brooks tickets.
All that and more tonight on NEWS22 Wednesday.
Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV NEWS22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Villel.
And I'm Selena Quintana.
President Trump's immigration raids have now made their way to Doña County.
U.S. immigration officials say they've arrested several immigrants convicted of crimes or ordered to be deported. El Paso television station KVIA7 reported the raid took place on Donna Ana County Road in northwest Las Cruces. And this afternoon, dozens of people protested at the Las Cruces Police Department. One man named Lorenzo, who didn't want to give his last name, said his father was one of those arrested.
I hope this is somehow illegal. I hope that, the people doing this see how it affects everybody, I served in the military. I think I've earned some kind of measure, that my dad could stay here. I served for this country, and I hope that somehow that'll, earn his keep here.
Stop the ICE raids. Stop targeting people of color. Stop targeting immigrants. Our communities are built on immigrants. We're a majority people of color city, and the fact that raids are happening in the city. I grew up here. I can't even believe my community is doing this to one another.
Local law enforcement on the scene says that it was a peaceful rally.
They were very easy to work with, and we talked about some of the issues and concerns we had, and they understood that, so they moved to the park so they could continue their discussion.
Last week, ICE reported 680 arrests in several major cities across the United States. Those arrested included immigrants convicted of crimes ranging from DUI and assault to drug trafficking, sexual assault, and homicide. We'll have more on this story tomorrow on NEWS22 Thursday.
And Las Cruces Mayor Ken Miyagishima says the state of the city is strong. In his State of the City address today, he pointed to accomplishments such as the dedication of Civic Plaza and the conversion of the former City Hall into offices for the federal courts. But his main concern is now jobs. With the closing of the Sitel Corporation, the mayor is worried about people becoming unemployed. But he's optimistic someone will take that over, and he said other companies have expressed interest in the Sitel building for other businesses.
Some residents of Las Cruces have running water again this evening. The city had a planned water outage from noon to 4 this afternoon. Residents in the Farney Lane neighborhood, the Monte Vista neighborhood, and Hickson Drive all had their water shut down for a period of time this afternoon. If your water has been restored and you notice that there is discoloration, it is just iron, manganese, calcium deposits. After all, this is safe to drink but not recommended for laundry use. Your water should clear up in about 24 hours, according to the city. El Paso Electric Vice President Eddie Gutierrez announced Tuesday that rates for New Mexico customers will go up late this spring. Gutierrez says they're too early in the process to give a certain percent. The state of Texas is looking to collect $42.5 million in increased revenue. Last June, El Paso Electric was able to receive $1.1 million rate increase from the state of New Mexico. New Mexico also lost El Paso Electric as a local customer when they sold their 7% ownership in the Four Corners generating station near Farmington.
And the combination of the cheeseburger and New Mexico green chili has been a popular combination across the nation. But now a New Mexico representative is pushing for the flavorful sandwich to become New Mexico's official state burger. Representative Matthew McQueen is behind the creation of House Bill 118. If passed, the green chili cheeseburger would join other state symbols like the state hot air balloon and the state cookie, which is the bizcochito. And stay tuned, Jackie's next with a first look at weather. Well, first before weather, there's a lot of good news today, but it was a nice day outside also.
Oh yeah, it was actually a lot nicer.
Yeah, and here to tell us a little bit more about that is Jackie with the first look at weather.
Thanks, Mike. Today we're looking at clear skies with the temperature at 49 degrees. Winds are traveling at the northwest at 1 mile per hour. Our humidity sits at 37%, our dew point at 28 degrees, and our barometer sits at 30.18 inches. Today we hit a high of 54 degrees, which is well below our average of 64 degrees after an overnight low of a chilly 28 degrees. Looking at record temperatures, back in 2014, we also hit a high of 54 degrees, and in 1964, we hit a low of 43 degrees. We didn't have any rain for today, but our yearly rainfall still sits at 2.06 inches. That's all I have for your current conditions. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Jackie. Dental care is something that some New Mexico children may not have the privilege of having anymore.
That's why some Southern New Mexico dentists and NMSU DACC students are coming together to give back to the community. NEWS22, Whitley Newberry reports.
Every year, dentist Keon Egger travels from Roswell to participate in Give Kids a Smile Day. It is when dentists and other professionals join with the Doña Ana Community College dental program to provide care for kids who need it.
So I came over to the event. I think it's a really important event. It really encourages prevention and promotes oral health care in the community, and I think this program itself is really, really great.
They supplied radiographs, dental cleanings and sealants, and fluoride treatments. Around 80 children up to the age of 18 showed up.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity because if you don't have insurance or are unaware of the benefits that you can have for your family, then it gives you kind of a kickstart and to be more aware of your child's oral health and how to help them be healthier with their oral health. So it's a lot about education with kids, which is the best part, I think.
While this event is great and helping families make sure their children are getting good dental care, the underlying issue is that access to health care is becoming a lot more difficult in New Mexico. The National Center for Disease Control and Prevention say the percentage of children with untreated tooth decay is twice as high for low-income families. And New Mexico has the highest child poverty rate and the second highest family poverty rate in the country. Rafael Picacho from the New Mexico Voices for Children says 7.8% don't have health insurance. He says it has to do with New Mexico's lack of funding for children's programs and continuing budget cuts. Dr. Egger says there might not be any money even for this clinic, and the legislature has already cut $5 million.
Now, these people are not going to have a place to go. A lot of the patients we've seen today here are people who don't have dentists or can't get dental health care anywhere. And so a lot of these kids, 6, 7, 8, even 9-year-olds, this is the first time they've ever been to the dentist because they've had nowhere else to go.
He hopes the legislature can come up with some solutions so he can be back next year to fix more teeth. Whitley Newberry, NEWS22.
Las Cruces saw a visit from the Save My Care bus tour. The rally was held at Albert Johnson Park, and the Save My Care tour is a 2-month tour that's focused on telling the story of the 30+ million Americans that may lose their health care because of President Trump's promise to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Now, here in New Mexico, projections put over 260,000 citizens at risk of losing their health insurance. Some new organizations like AARP, New Mexico Voices, and Health Action New Mexico were among the companies that held the rally.
The Pan American Ticket Office is warning Garth Brooks fans about counterfeit tickets. The Pan Am Ticket Office says it can't validate the authenticity of tickets that aren't purchased from Ticketmaster. Tickets that are already available are deemed to be fake since real tickets don't go on sale until this upcoming Friday. Garth Brooks will be in town this upcoming April 8th. NMSU welcomes the newly refurbished Renfro Hall. A ribbon cutting for the new building took place this past Monday. Major renovations included construction of performance area, theater lighting, studio areas, and increased building security. The building is a part of the $19.2 million budget. It will be the new home to students in the Department of Human Performance, Recreation, and Dance.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Hispanic Serving Institution is holding a meeting at the Sheraton Hotel in Albuquerque. NMSU Regents Professor Martha Desmond is coordinating the program, and she's hosting the meeting. Now, Desmond is the representative for the Southwest Natural Resource Career Tracks programs, and the topic of the meeting will be workplace diversity and career opportunities. Now they expect more than 100 principal investigators and 150 students from across the country to attend. And stay tuned because Jackie will be back with your national forecast.
And later, a local boxer is trying to achieve her dreams. More on that when News 22 continues.
At a recent KRWG coffee visit, we talked with KRWG fans about why they value public media.
And the opportunity for people to call in and share their views is really valuable and an important part of community building.
My entire time in Las Cruces, I have been a PBS NPR girl.
I want everybody to be able to hear all the programs that I enjoy.
The best in radio, television, and online programming is only possible with your support. Become a member online at krwg.org or call 1-888-922-5794. Thank you.
Watch MHZ Worldview on Digital Broadcast Channel 22.2. Every day, world news and public affairs, and every night, international dramas, all in English or with English subtitles. Worldview is also available on Comcast Channel 395 in Las Cruces and 399 in Silver City and Spectrum Channel 1271 in El Paso. Become a member anytime at krwg.org.
And welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters.
Las Cruces police have arrested a man on charges of child abuse, among some other charges.
Las Cruces Police Department says 22-year-old Orlando Torres is suspected of aggressively following a car that carried his girlfriend and their 4-year-old son. Torres reportedly rammed his vehicle twice into theirs. This was the result of an argument the two had gotten into earlier. She ended up fleeing to the police department and filing a report. Torres is facing multiple charges. He was taken to Donna Ana County Detention Center and posted bond.
The states of Texas and New Mexico and the family of a woman who was shot and killed by a Texas police officer have settled a lawsuit. Attorneys say 35-year-old Amy Reyna was shot near Hobbs in 2013 after a chase that began in Denver City, Texas and ended in southeastern New Mexico. Now, police say Reyna was wanted on several felony warrants, but the police officer is still employed with the police department in Denver City, Texas. And women's boxing is a growing sport here in the borderland, but there is one young fighter here in Las Cruces that is quickly moving up the ranks.
News 22's Blas Maestas reports.
Boxing is a family affair, and Amy Salinas isn't afraid to spar with the boys. She is currently the 106-pound champion, and her dad Benjamin is her biggest fan.
She hasn't give up. Hard training all the time. Got a lot of dedication. I'm very proud of her.
Salinas was inspired to start boxing by watching her uncles train when she was 8 years old. Her uncle Hugo Salinas is her coach and believes Amy is just as tough as the boys.
And I mean, you see her sparring with men. I mean, they're the same. A lot of people think they're weaker. They're not.
Now that Amy is 16, she trains nearly every day to prepare for her next fight.
Time. Though Amy Salinas is such a young competitor, her intense training here has led her to gold at nationals.
Selena says that being a champion doesn't come easy and that hard work does pay off.
So we tried 3 times to make the USA team. The third time's a charm. We got on the team. I fought Amber Rojas. It was a good fight. I came out with the win, so I'm on the USA team.
Now that Amy is on Team USA, she will head up to Colorado in both April and November. She hopes that being on Team USA will help her earn gold at the 2020 Olympics. For News 22, I'm Blas Maestas.
The NMSU Campus Health Center is providing free blood pressure screenings all month long. Earlier this week, the mobile health clinic was in the lobby of O'Donnell Hall. Anyone could show up and get an instant screening, no ID required. The clinic was set up in recognition of American Heart Month to promote the heart-healthy community.
We go from building to building, taking student, faculty, staff's blood pressure for free. and just bringing awareness about the whole blood pressure thing. It doesn't discriminate. A student can have it, your grandma can have it.
The next blood pressure screening will be this Friday from 9 until 3 at the Aggie Fit office number 101. So it got pretty cold this weekend.
Yeah, the weather's been fluctuating a little bit, but here to tell us what we can expect is Jackie with weather.gov national forecast.
Thanks, guys. So taking a look at weather across the country, Boise will be sitting at 43 degrees, Salt Lake City 52, Denver 64, Kansas City 52, Chicago 36, Detroit 31, and Atlanta 57 degrees. Taking a look at our next map, the central Gulf Coast is going to be bringing storms into the southeast tonight. They're going to be expecting drenching rain and gusty thunderstorms. Winds are expected to be traveling 55 miles per hour, so if you are planning on traveling, plan ahead because there will be travel delays. And our next map, the Pacific Coast is also going to be experiencing storms and winds as well Thursday into Saturday. They're going to be expecting renewed flooding, heavy mountain snow, locally damaging winds in the San Francisco, Los Angeles, Medford, and Las Vegas areas. Now that's all I have for your national forecast. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, but I'll be back with your New Mexico weather.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, host of New Mexico True Television, a travel series showcasing all the amazing things to do in the land of enchantment. Be sure to watch Saturday afternoons at 12:30 and Sunday nights at 10 on KRWG-TV.
On Masterpiece.
They laughed at my clothes, they sneered at my accent. I've seen the cartoons when I'm drawn as a sausage.
I can't bear to see the prince so humiliated.
It's a very brave undertaking, sir.
Our little queen has become rather good at getting what she wants. Victoria on Masterpiece.
Thursday at 8 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Join great performances at The Pillow, Jacob's Pillow in Western Massachusetts, where dancers and choreographers who span the world and the decades come to practice, perform, and create.
You have to touch the human spirit. What's the point otherwise?
And there's only one rule.
Never stand still. You're in the woods, you have to dance. That's it. Pure joy.
Delight in the dancing at Jacob's Pillow,
America's premier dance festival.
On great performances.
Friday at 9 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your New Mexico weather. Farmington is going to be sitting at 46 degrees, Santa Fe 45, Gallup 42, Clovis 44, Ruidoso 37, and Deming at 47 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at temperatures at 54 degrees in Farmington, Santa Fe 56, Clovis 65, Socorro 61, Roswell 67, and Deming at 62 degrees. Taking a look at cities near our area tonight, Alamogordo is expecting clear skies with a low of 28 degrees, and tomorrow they're looking at clear sunny skies with a high of 60 degrees. And Truth or Consequences tonight, they're also looking at clear skies with a chilly 34 degrees, and tomorrow looking at a high with a high of 64 degrees. In Silver City tonight, they're expecting clear skies with a chilly 23 degrees, and tomorrow a high of 57 degrees and sunny skies. And here in Las Cruces, we're also looking at clear skies with a chilly 28 degrees for a low, and tomorrow we're looking at a high of 61 degrees with plenty of sunshine. That's all I have for your New Mexico weather. I'll be back later with your 5-day forecast, but for now, back to the desk.
A police officer is in trouble tonight after a camera that was supposed to catch crooks caught him instead.
That's the first story in tonight's Southwest Minute.
Investigators in Denver reviewing crime scene video instead saw Officer Julian Archuleta stealing cash. Archuleta was wearing a police body camera at a car crash where he was searching the car. He found a stack of cash with a $100 bill on top. Later, the bill on top was a 1. Archuleta had 12 $100 bills. He says they must have fallen into his bag. Border Patrol agents in Arizona have proved how walls don't stop drug smugglers. Agents believe this catapult was being used to hurl bundles of marijuana into the U.S. from Mexico. They recently seized 2 bundles of marijuana brought in this way. Mexican authorities dismantled the catapult, and Border Patrol confiscated 50 pounds of marijuana. 2 California high schools were locked down Wednesday after a false alarm of a gunman on campus. Authorities say witnesses reported seeing a long gun wrapped in something. It turned out to be a ceremonial rifle used by a drill team. This is Yvonne Del Rio with Southwest Minute.
And Bryce Rewalt is next with sports.
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, a look at local high school basketball, and congratulations are in order for 2 NMSU teams. Don't toss the remote just yet. News 22 Sports is next.
Great Performances invites you to enjoy 2 triumphs from New York City Ballet's recent trip to Paris, hosted by Ballet Master-in-Chief Peter Martins.
An all-balancing evening of works created to music by French composers.
Gounod's Walpurgis Nacht Ballet and Ravel's La Valse. For dance at its very best, look for the New York City Ballet in Paris, only on Great Performances.
Friday at 8 p.m. on KRWG TV.
Next time on Austin City Limits.
Saturday at 9 p.m. on KRWG TV.
This is KRWG TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Bryce Rewalt, and let's talk sports. A member of the NMSU women's golf team has earned WAC Golfer of the Week honors. Pun Kanakai, a freshman from Thailand, finished tied for 11th place at the recent Peg Barnard Invitational. This isn't her first time winning an award, as she won WAC Golfer of the Month back in October. Kanakai and the Aggies will be back on the course on February 26th and 27th at the Westbrook Spring Invitational in Arizona. The NMSU women's cross-country team is being recognized for their hard work in the classroom after receiving an all-academic award. The U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association selected the Aggies to be a part of the 2016 NCAA Division I Scholar Team. To earn this honor, teams must post at least a 3.0 grade point average and compete in the NCAA Championship. NM State was one of 4 WAC teams to receive the recognition after posting a 3.49 GPA. The high school basketball season is coming to a close, meaning the competition is heating up. The top 2 teams in the state faced off last night here in Las Cruces. The number 1 ranked Oñate Knights fell to the Las Cruces Bulldogs by a score of 70-54. Also in District 3 6A action, the Mayfield Trojans went into Hobbs and pulled off the road victory over the Eagles. This was a huge win for the Trojans as they're on a 3-game winning streak headed into a matchup with Las Cruces High School this Friday night. The NBA is looking to replace Kevin Love in this weekend's All-Star Game. Love is being sidelined not only for the All-Star Game, but for 6 weeks following a knee surgery he went through yesterday. Several candidates are in the running for the open spot, such as Carmelo Anthony, Andre Drummond, and Kristaps Porzingis. The selection is to be made sometime this week prior to the All-Star Game taking place this Sunday in New Orleans. Tonight's Play of the Day is brought to you by the Best in Show. Enjoy.
Minutes away from the Best in Show competition. Everyone is getting set backstage. We are live.
One Best in Show.
In 1987, and it was a German Shepherd named Hatter. Kent Boyles handling the...
What are we doing now? Are we doing pictures or speaking?
Rumor wins Best in Show. This is the second dog from the herding group to win Best in Show. The first one was in 1987, was a German Shepherd. And now Rumor in 2017 is the Best in Show winner of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show.
Made his mark, stood his ground.
Her mark.
Her mark, excuse me.
And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Jackie will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast. But first, Mother Nature puts on an ultra-rare light show at a national park. More on that when News 22 returns.
The virtuosity of Frank Vignola and Vinnie Raniolo. Featuring Tommy Emmanuel, Bucky Pizzarelli, and Joe Craven.
Coming to you from Music Gone Public, curated concerts for public television. Saturday at 11 p.m. on KRWG TV.
on Masterpiece.
It is incumbent upon your majesty to nominate a regent.
Your queen is sick.
If the queen dies, are we to be ruled by a German?
May I ask where you stand on the matter of the regency?
I do not hunt. I shoot.
If I wish to bring railways or anything to the attention of the English people, then I shall do it myself.
This is the future!
Victoria on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 8 p.m. on KRWG TV.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at our top stories. Legislators in Santa Fe are pushing for the green chili cheeseburger to become the official state burger. The bill is being supported by Matthew McQueen, representative of District 50. Whitley Newberry showed us several dentists who teamed up with Doñana Community College dental hygiene students to give free dental exams to less fortunate kids. And the Pan American Ticket Office is warning Garth Brooks fans to be wary of fake tickets, and they want to remind folks that the tickets for the concert go on sale this Friday.
Once a year, when conditions are just right, Mother Nature puts on a light show at the Yosemite National Park, unlike anything you've ever seen.
Take a look at Mother Nature at its finest. This is the Firefall at Yosemite National Park in California. Every year around this time, hundreds of spectators gather to watch as the setting sun hits Horsetail Falls at just the right angle, naturally illuminating it into a golden glow. A lot of things have to happen for the phenomenon to occur. The water's temperature has to be just right, and the western sky must be clear at sunset. But when everything comes together, the Yosemite Firefall lights up for about 10 minutes a year.
Well, Jackie, tell us about the next couple days.
So we're looking at really chilly temperatures this week. We're looking at clear skies tomorrow with a high of 61 degrees, and the following week we're looking at mid 60s for our highs, and our lows are sticking to the mid 30s and the 40s. So we're looking at really chilly weather this coming week.
Yeah, it's looking pretty cold. Did you guys see the cute dog that won the dog show?
And our news director was telling us during the break that they are involving cats now in the dog show, I guess. So that's something different.
Yeah, it's pretty different, but I'm pretty sure cat lovers really got excited.
And that's all for News 22. Join us tomorrow for News 22 Thursday. We'll have an update on today's ICE raid and an update on the NMSU women athletes who are being harassed by sexually explicit phone calls. That's all tomorrow on News 22.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. I'm Selena Quintana.
I'm Mike Vigil.
I'm Jackie Loretta.
Have a good night.
Local support for a portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking by supporting